Okay, I'm still waiting. Okay. Okay, there is one yes. So, fine. Before starting, I want you to ask that can you answer some questions to a wall? Like, can you communicate with a wall? Just a wall. Like you talk to your friends. So like that only can you talk to the wall instead of a real person? No, right. So we cannot talk to a wall without being a person. If there is a person, then we can talk to them. That's how I would like to request you all to please open up your cameras, because I would not like to see the blank screen of yours. And I would like to see your faces and then talk. Thank you so much. Last time I did a simple request and not many people opened their camera. So I hopefully this trick worked. Thank you so much. I'm very thankful for those who actually opened their cameras, and it's fine if you cannot open, then it's up to you. So our host is not allowing us to discuss few question and answers. So you can do one thing, you can drop your questions in the chat box. I promise that I will answer all of your questions, but in the end, because this will disturb the flow of the session. So whatever your questions will be, you can write down your questions on some paper, and then you can ask me later. Okay, you can drop that questions in the chat box also, and I would request P to address all the questions. Like you can tell me at the end, whatever there will be questions.
We'll discuss every question at the end of the session.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So let's begin. This session is on stress management level 2. So we have already done the level 1. Now I want to ask you guys, what were your basic understanding from level 1? You can tell me anything what we done, and later, just after a minute, I will give you a quick revision of what we did in level 1. You can write in chat box. Does anyone remember anything from the level 1 session? It's fine. I am going to speak it anyways. So it's fine. And I'm reading all the comments which you are leaving here. Can you share a glimpse? If Anne, you remember. So it's fine. Let's give me the glimpse. Okay, it's fine. So we did basic things like what was stress, how stress can help you, what is eustress, good stress, and what is bad stress. Okay, negative stress, that is distress. When we are referring to stress, that we are so much stressed, then we are referring to bad stress. That is called distress. Okay, but stress also increases our performances. Like for example, if a dog is behind you, then you are running up so fastly, your speed is increased, then that means your performance is increased, which means there is stress, that is called positive stress also. After this, we did some basic techniques to manage our stress. ठीक है, basic techniques के बाद we did some coping mechanisms, how we can cope from the stress. In coping mechanisms, there were 3 main mechanisms: problem focused coping mechanism, emotion focused coping mechanism, and then avoidant coping mechanism. Emotion focused means focusing on emotions. For example, if I have to manage my exam tomorrow, I have an exam tomorrow, then I will calm myself down. I am focusing on my emotions. So the first one means emotion focused coping mechanism, right? Then the second one is problem focused. If I have an exam tomorrow, then I'm leaving all the work sideline. I'm separating my time for my studies. I'm focusing on the problem. It means I'm using problem focused coping mechanism. Third one is avoidant coping mechanism. If I have an exam tomorrow and I'm sleeping instead of studying, okay, I am avoiding that situation, which means I am using avoidant coping mechanism, right? Apart from that, we did several techniques to manage from the stress. Suppose we did meditation, chanting together, right? We did a list of stressors. What are our stressors? Positive stress, consequence of negative stress. We did all of that. Okay, but why is this session? Why we are here for this session? What is the need of today's session? If we talked about stress already, then what is the need of today's session? Can anyone answer? What are your, you can answer, what are your expectations from today's session? What do you want me to answer? What are you here for? Anything? Do you have your specific personal questions to ask? You can also ask that. Guys, don't hesitate. I'm not here to punish you. Seriously. Yes. Okay. You can leave your questions in the chat box. Anyone has any questions, you can leave this in chat box. And how to overcome stress, be it be mental or emotional. Okay, we have discussed it in level 1 stress, but now we are also going to discuss this. Okay, this is your expectation, Namneet Kaur. This is your expectations from this session, or you were giving quick revision of the last session? चलो ठीक है, let's proceed then. ठीक है, so expectation will be, अब हमें how to get rid of emotional attachments. Okay, how to get rid of emotional attachments, we are going to address this later. ठीक है, fine. And now what will be your expectations? You have to set your expectations. Well, in the last session, I wanted to address many questions, okay, as possible. There were questions like work-life balance. We are trying to maintain our work-life balance, but we are not able to do it. Second question was that we have applied all the techniques of stress management, but again, we are not having any positive effects or consequences of it. Okay, I am not able to get rid of my stress even then. There was third question of resilience. Okay, what if I am resilient to something? How it will help me in manage my stress, to manage my stress basically. So there were some questions which were apart from the basic level. Okay, so there is a stress. Okay, stress is also divided into some parts: basic stress, major stress. Sometimes we are just upset, we are not just feeling good, and after a day or two we will start feeling good. Okay, there was some stress about it, we were just mentally feeling low, and that will be okay in a day or two. But sometimes there is some problem which we do not find solutions of, and if we find solutions of this currently, then this reappears. Okay, this problem reappears, and we basically tend to not solve it. Okay, we get basic relief from it. Okay, but the problem is not going off from our mind. So we are here to address all of that questions: how to protect from stress, how to protect us from major stress, major exhaustion stage. Okay, when we are all dried up, we are all tired. Okay, tired enough to answer anything, to fight from the stress. And we can also get rid of overthinking, how we can protect our body and how we can protect our mind. These two are different things, and how these two things are connected. So you can set your expectations and you can ask your questions revolving these things. Okay. So let's start. Let's begin. I'm going to share a presentation. Okay. Is it visible? You can raise your hand. You can thumbs up.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Let me know if it's not visible or my voice is getting obstruct in the middle. Let me know. Okay. Please just let me know.
Okay, ma'am.
So stress level management, okay, level 2. First thing, can you measure your stress? We just talk about this. I gave you a hint already that stress is divided into some parts, but can you measure your stress? Basic thing. Anyone? What do you think, stress is easy to measure or not? Well, we do not have any device to measure it. What is this? This is a basic thermometer we use for stress. We use for our fever, but here I'm using it for stress to measure stress. No, maybe by the level of irritation. Yes, yes, that's what I'm going to address. Thank you so much. What is this? Basically, we are not able to measure our stress accurately because we do not have any device. Okay, but we can get the approximate measure of our stress. For example, I am upset. Okay, for example, I am just upset. I am feeling great. First number, I am relaxed and happy. I am cool and collected. Then the data is going up. The level is increasing. I am ready to explode. I am exploding out of control. These are the last numbers. So, what do you think from these levels where the stress has been started? From number 5, from number 4, from number 6. What do you think according to you? When the stress is getting started, when the person is getting uncomfortable, or when this is hard but I am in control. 4. Anyone else? Shoot your answers. 4, 3, 5, 6, 7, whatever you think. 6. Okay. Okay. 6. 4. We have two answers. 6. Okay. Quickly, quickly. I want to know how can you measure your stress and according to you at which level your stress starts. So there are no right or wrong answers. There are so many people sitting here. You can shoot your answers. I would not like to call out your names, but I want your answers. Mine direct 9. Okay. Nice responses, वैसे. 7, 8. Anyone? 4, 3, 2. The audience is getting shy from me. ठीक है. चलो ठीक है. So let's talk about where the actual stress starts of an individual. Well, as I said, there will be no right or wrong responses. So anyone's stress level can be start from 5 or it can go from 8. Just for example, someone was there who wrote 9. So that's also a stress level where from 9 level stress is getting started. But what do you think? What is the real answer? The real answer is I am getting uncomfortable. That is the stage where actually the stress is getting started. For anyone, where you are getting uncomfortable, maybe you are getting uncomfortable at level 3 only. Maybe you are getting uncomfortable by a small problem only. ठीक है, you have lost your pen, now you are getting uncomfortable, but your stress has been started. So whenever you are getting uncomfortable, this is the data of your emotions. Whenever you are getting uncomfortable, your stress has been starting. ठीक है, but अभी stress start हुआ है. ठीक है, stress is not prolonged, stress is not chronic there, stress has only been started. ठीक है, mark this statement in your mind because there will be questions regarding this. ठीक है, now 7 and 8. Well, at 7 and 8 level we have already discussed it. How to manage your stress if you are on 7 or 8 level. I am heating up and I am boiling up. Use the coping mechanisms, use the basic techniques, and you will be able to fight with your stress. These all were the answers for 7 to 8 stress. Now, why I'm referring to this thermometer? What is the need of this thermometer? I could have told you this like that only, simply by explaining only. But what is the need of this thermometer? There is a need of this thermometer because now we are approximately measuring our stress. ठीक है, and secondly is there are two answers of this. We will go to the next answer, but first understand this, that we are going to talk about level 9 and level 10, 9 and level 10 in this whole session. This whole session, mostly 40 minutes will be there for 9 and 10. ठीक है, you can also take any situation in your mind where your stress has been started and where you think you are in stress, or you can also apply coping mechanisms which we done before. ठीक है, now what is this? राई का पहाड़, what is this? Who all have heard this idiom, muhavra in Hindi? Who have heard this? Yes, I can guess many of you have already heard this or know about this. Can anyone tell me the meaning of it? Rai ka pahad. This is a very famous idiom. What is the meaning of it? Where we use it? Overthinking. Right. Smart audience. I have smart audience. ठीक है. Chalo, thank you so much. Making big issue about nothing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vijaya. Vijaya Kalani. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, you all are very right. We sometimes what we do, this idiom means rai ka pahad, mustard of a mountain, mustard ka mountain basically. ठीक है, so this idiom is very awkward because we do not likely to see mountain, mustard wala mountain. ठीक है, so this is very weird, this is very awkward to hear, and the meaning of this idiom is छोटे से इश्यू को बड़ा क्रिएट करना. ठीक है, which means sometimes we create a big issue from a smaller issue. Now, where is this helping us? We have heard this statement, but where is this helping us? Basically, in these last days, I have acknowledged this fact that this is working as a formula or a pattern for you all, for me, for anyone else. How? The surprise is here that rai ka pahad. ठीक है, sometimes what we do, we make issues of a smaller thing and then we later realize we are in a guilt, and we later realize, oh, we did something wrong, and we often say this to another person that ठीक है, राई का पहाड़ मत बनाओ, don't make a big fuss of it. ठीक है, but we are forgetting to apply this on ourselves. ठीक है, sometimes we also do this, and not with just problems, but we do this with our emotions also. Sometimes, for example, we are exaggerating a problem a lot. ठीक है, we are not able to manage our personal relationships. ठीक है, we have fought with our parents. For example, we have fought with our parents and they scolded us on something, and we scolded them back on something. children do that. Okay, we scolded us back on something to them. Okay, and now later we realized that they were saying from their experiences and they were right about it. Even then we made a fuss about it, and we later realized that. So here we are exaggerating our emotions. We do not have to do that. How we can apply this formula on our basic stress level? Get back to the thermometer chart. When we are heating up and when we are boiling up, okay, this is the level 7 and 8. Now when we are doing this, we are getting heat up. Then can we think about a particular problem in our mind, and then we can think about a particular reaction we are giving to the situation? We have two things: situation, stress, and reaction of the stress. What you have to do, you have to evaluate both of the things. If we are giving equal reaction, the appropriate reaction to the evaluating situation, then your stress is fine, normal. But if you are exaggerating the issue, if you are exaggerating your emotions, then there is some disturbance. And if you have identified that disturbance, अगर आप 7 or 8 level में ही आपने you have identified that you are going somewhere wrong, then your stress will decrease. ठीक है, वहीं पर ही the level will decrease to 5 or 4 or at least 6. ठीक है, it will not go to 7 or 8, and it will not increase up to 9 and 10. ठीक है, if you will realize this early only, ठीक है, at the beginning of the issue, then the stress will come below. So now for managing, in short, managing 7 or 8 level stress, we have three things till now: to use the techniques that we have done in session 1, to use the basic mechanisms, coping mechanisms, and now to not to make a fuss about a smaller issue, to evaluate your stress and then you evaluate your responses. ठीक है, here's the answer of how to use that thermometer accurately. अब आपने अगर थर्मामीटर को पढ़ लिया है, आपका स्ट्रेस का लेवल पता चल गया है, then automatically you will be able to evaluate how to measure your stress and how to evaluate the reaction. So that was the benefit of this thermometer. ठीक है, and right up hard. Then the important issue comes. Theory comes. What happens to the body when stress is prolonged? What do you think? What happens to a body? But first, I want to ask you guys why we are studying this, reading this, or we are trying to understand this. What is the need of this? What is the need of understanding our body? ठीक है, slide has been changed. Okay. What is the need of understanding our body if the stress is in our mind? I'm waiting for the responses. In the meantime, have you heard this? Many people say, and you already know about this. I'm sure you all are very smart. So you all know about it, that do breathing techniques, do meditation. We have done this also. In YouTube, if you will search for it, that how to manage your stress, the answers will come: do meditation, do breathing. What is the need of breathing if the stress is in your mind? If I have a marriage next month, ठीक है, if I have to maintain my work life balance, if I have to give my presentation in the office, that's all in my mind. Breathing is not solving my marriage issues. Breathing is not solving my presentation issues. Then I am asking to you all that what is the need of understanding body, and why people say to apply these techniques on body when the stress is in mind. We need to understand this to get rid of it. Body responds to stimulation of brain. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hypertension. Right, right. The body mind relationship improves with deep breathing. Thank you so much. Well, all of these answers are right. To divert attention, that's also very right. And now I want to give you a brief about it, whatever you gave the answers. Okay. We all are going to do this in this session only. We are going to study the mind and body relationship. Whatever I was asking to you just right now, that what is the need to apply these techniques on body, because there is a mind and body connection. Neurons are sending messages to another neurons. The brain is stimulating the reactions, hormones, and hormones are in the body. The effect is on the body. That's why there is a mind and body relationship. Okay. So if anything happens to our body, then the mind gets disturbed. If anything happens to our brain, to our mind, for example, if we have issues from ourselves that I'm not looking good, I'm not good looking person, I see myself in the mirror and I sometimes feel that I'm worthless. Okay. Then in that case also your body mind is releasing some hormones and your body is getting effect of it. Okay. And also to divert attention, we are going to do a same activity to divert attention. Okay. And how to bring back attention in this session at the last. That's why responses are very important, because you people are trying to know more about these things. And as you people give responses to me, as you are giving responses, you are giving several things. I have a lot more to say about these things. नहीं तो मेरे से कुछ नहीं निकलेगा. ठीक है, मेरा ये कंटेंट है. I will say things, but if you are asking questions, that I'll tell you guys more. ठीक है. So now that is the need of studying our reactions. Now we are studying the exhaustion stage, when we are exerted, when we are tired enough, and we sometimes use words like we are burn out and I do not have energy to do things. Okay. So that's why we need to understand this. First stage is, there are three stages when of your stress, like we measure the stress. Alarm reaction stage, adrenal gland releases stress hormones. Just like I said, there is some glands which releases hormones. There are doctors sitting here, they must know about it. Okay. So there are stress hormones also. Okay. For example, cortisol. Then there is a stage called resistance stage. Now, the resistance means in English to fight, to resist something. Just like this, we are resisting our stress. We are fighting from the stress. Okay. There is one parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system releases some hormones for our body to fight from the stress. Okay, that is the resistance stage. In alarm reaction stage, your body is just getting activated to fight from the stress. And in resistance stage, you are actually fighting from the stress. So when you say sometimes that we are fighting from the stress and I am too much stressed, so you are juggling in between the resistance stage and exhaustion stage. And यहाँ पे भी you do some mistake. Like for example, आप राही का पहाड़ यहाँ पे भी बना देते हो. कैसे? Sometimes you are in resistance stage and you say, I am very much tired. I do not have energy to do it. So you are making a out of it. You are in resistance stage, but you are saying to people and you are saying to yourselves, you are also believing this, that you are in exhaustion stage. So we do not have to do this mistake. That's why the techniques that you apply on yourself gets failed. Okay. Then comes the third stage, which we are going to talk about, exhaustion stage. Continuous exposure to some stress, like after the resistance stage, what happens? Parasympathetic nervous system gets activated, sympathetic nervous system gets turned off, it gets activated, parasympathetic, it not releases hormones, it stores back your hormones, which which the sympathetic nervous system released. Okay. Basically, in simple, simply सिंपैथेटिक नर्वस सिस्टम जो भी चीजें रिलीज करता है, पैरासिम्पैथेटिक उसका अपोजिट रोल प्ले करता है. ठीक है. इट रिस्टोर्स योर हार्मोन्स, इट बैलेंसेस योर हार्मोन्स, इट सेव्स योर एनर्जी. So have you heard this statement? If you are talking to your relatives casually, or if you are talking to any friend of yours, and they are referring to some friend that he she was in too much stress, was and now he she has been tired. He she was in too much stress and now he she has been tired, that her weight has lost up, that her weight has been lost. So she was 70 kgs before and now she is 50 kgs. Have you heard this statement? We are talking about stress, but now from stress, her weight has been lost up. How strange is this, right? Yes. So that's why we need to understand that how our body works and how we can store our resources. We have to fight from stress in resistance stage only, and we do not have to get to the exhaustion stage. We have to fight in resistance stage because then our resources will get lost. Okay? Our body will get affected from it, right? So that's why there was a need to it. Now, stress control plan, the actual techniques to you, like the techniques we did in session 1, the actual techniques we have made up a plan to how to save you from exhaustion stage. We are going to now, from now on, we are going to do 4 things. 2 will prevent you from exhaustion stage, and 2 will help you to heal from the exhaustion stage. If you are in a stage of exhaustion, so it will help you to save from the exhaustion stage, right? So this is a proper plan. There is a 3-step plan. Identify, first step, identify the stressors and the source. Remember, we did a list of what are stressors and what are the source of it. Where is it coming from? For example, I will give you some examples. For example, I have to maintain my exam, entrance exam. Okay, prepare for the entrance exam. And now my entrance exam is the source of my stress. What is the stressor here? I am not being able to prepare for it. That is my stressor. Okay. What can be another stressor? I do not have time to prepare. I'm not able to prepare for my exam. I do not have time to prepare. Why I'm not able to prepare for my exam? Because of my low concentration. Okay. Now there can be any other causes of it. Okay, I'll tell you Abhi right now only. Second step is manage controllable stressors. How can you manage controllable stressor? We just talk about it and we always talk about it. Breathing, meditation, mantras, gratitude, time management. Okay. Breathing. Like Arushi just said, that it calms your mind after releasing some hormones. Okay. There was one answer which was diverting the attention. Okay. So breathing does that. It calms down your mind. If your mind is calm, okay, so you will get new thoughts. You will avoid overthinking. Meditation, you know about it. Same breathing and meditation. Mantras. Now, mantras is the opposite of overthinking. How? If we are thinking something, okay, our brain is passing the messages, neuron is receiving the messages. There are billions of neurons, right? One thought is being transferred to many other neurons. Okay, that one thought, if you are overthinking for 1 hour, you can make up the calculation in 1 hour. I do not know how many billion times the thought will affect your body, right? So, mantras are the counter effect of overthinking. For example, I have a healthy body. I am a positive being. I am a happy being. These are also the mantras. Okay? If I am saying these to my mind, in the same case of overthinking, my neurons will receive the message, it will transfer to another neurons, my body will receive the messages, and the mind and body will work in the collaboration. ठीक है. Then gratitude we all know about. I am thankful for my parents, right? I am thankful for my body. I am thankful for my work that I am doing. Some people say that I have so many negative things in my life and I have this much small amount of positive things. But have you ever tried to think of how much I am grateful for that I have my all organs? Some people do not have their hand to write. Okay, so we need to be grateful of these things also. If we try to make a list, then there will be many things that will come in the line, right? So try to think about gratitude thing. There will be a list of full of positive things also. Not just I'm thankful of my parents or two or three things, but there are many things you can be thankful of, right? Some people are dealing with many diseases which they do not find cure of. Some people have cancer and also they have cancer also. They do not have money to cure it. There is a cure in the environment of cancer, but they do not have money to cure it. Can you be thankful of this that I do not have any disease? So start appreciating what you have. Make a list of gratitude, make a list of thankful things that you can appreciate for. Time management, we all talk about it, do not need to explain. Creating support system, we often heard this that human beings are social beings, right? And when we are alone, we are in stress. This is also a stress. When we are alone, we do not have anyone, so I am in stress. And actually it happens. Why? Because human beings are social beings, so we always need someone to help us. That's why it is very important to create your supporting groups, your friends. Suppose you are not able to identify your causes of stress, your friends will help you out. Suppose you do not have money right now for your travel expenses or for anything, your friends will help out. ठीक है. Create your support system. ठीक है. As many people you can reach out to, be polite with them. ठीक है. Creating your friends is also a technique, is also a skill. You have to learn that. Then the last most important thing comes where the people already jumps before passing these two stages. What is that? Let go of what you cannot control. People say I cannot control this, I want to let it go. ठीक है, I do not want to manage it. But how they let it go? They just pass it on. They just avoid it. That's the avoidant coping mechanisms. That's not avoiding the what you are letting it go. ठीक है, you are avoiding, you are escaping from the problem. Plus, you have to diagnose your cause of stress yourself first, and then you have to come to that this stage of let go of what you cannot control. And this is not everything, like this is not will be in series. If anyone has just their presentation tomorrow, marriage issues, okay, and something not big, then there will be no need to come at this stage of let go of what you cannot control. First you will try to control everything you can, but even then stats researches, it also says that there is a 0.05% error in everything, or 0.01% error. That means your things will be accurate only to 95% extent or 99% extent. ठीक है. So it means that you have to let go of what you cannot control. Acha, I am addressing one very important question here. Listen to this very carefully. Okay. So this will be work as a formula to you and will help you out in many of your issues. What is that? People have asked me in the last session that I am not able to control the problem, control my stress, even after applying all the techniques that we have discussed till now, and I have did these techniques before this also, before the session also. I know all the theories, I've applied it, even then I'm not able to figure out my stress. Then what is the problem they are facing and what is the solution of it? Okay. So the solution is, well, here lies the solution in the stressors and source. Sometimes I just addressed a problem that I'm not able to prepare for my exam. There were two causes which we were discussing right now. I'm not able to control my concentration, and I'm not able to get my time for preparing for the exam. Let's say this is the problem, and you have applied all the techniques. You are doing already breathing on this for this problem, but even then you are not able to get a solution of it. What you are doing wrong is there can be multiple causes of a single problem, multiple stressors of that single problem, and not even multiple. There can be subtype of that single cause. For example, you are not able to prepare for your exam. You are not able to concentrate. Sub cause of it, you did not sleep well yesterday. You were consuming alcohol for the past few weeks. ठीक है, and why you were not able to concentrate, it can maybe because you had a fight with your spouse, you had a fight with your parents or your friends. You were not able to, just a second, you were not able to manage your work life balance. That's why you are not able to concentrate now. So you, firstly, you were addressing some causes to your problem, which were simple causes, like I am not able to concentrate, that is my cause. But I am telling you that there are several behind causes of that. Okay? If you are not able to concentrate, then there can be multiple reasons of that. For concentration, you have to work upon these small stressors first. Then this main concentration problem will get in solving issues. Okay? So if you will apply any breathing technique, any techniques, well performed techniques on concentration, your sub causes will still be there. ठीक है, सब कॉजेस तो तब भी वहां पर आएंगे क्योंकि आप कंसंट्रेशन पे फोकस कर रहे हो, आपका फोकस यहाँ पे है ही नहीं. Even you do not know, you still do not know you have sub causes. So once you do not know of this, you cannot solve these issues. First, you get to know about your stresses, and this task is not easy to do. Applying all the techniques is easy to do. Okay, even then, this is something difficult to do. What you can do for this, how you can make a list of stressors. You have to identify your behavior, observe, evaluate your behavior very carefully. What else you can do? You can refer to your friends. For example, if I done something, I'm asking my friends, if I done this behavior, so can you tell me that I did this correctly, or was there some improvement I need to do for my next behavior? Can ask your friends. ठीक है, because sometimes we are not able to observe our own behavior, and our friends do it for us, our close ones do it for us. ठीक है, even after that you are not getting your sub causes, then you can ask a counselor. The counselor will not help you, the counselor will help you in identifying your causes, but he or she will not tell you what are your sub causes. Right? Sometimes we expect too much from the counselors. Sometimes we do not make the boundaries. Our expectations are too high. We think that I'm going to them and they will tell my sub causes of it. No, they'll just direct you how you can lead to your sub causes. Suppose you just told me a problem of yours, personal problem of yours, and I will ask you questions again and again. Acha, you did this thing. Why? ठीक है, where you were getting problem in it. ठीक है, so you were getting problem here. What are the causes of it? Then यहाँ पहुंच गए. Then the next stage, what are the causes of it? In the same manner, counselor will help you. He or she will ask you some questions and then will direct you to the sub causes. Right? That's the plan. So now, the main thing, people have also asked me that how to maintain work life balance. They were having issues in maintaining the work life balance. I am going to tell you a concept which is a very profound concept and you will like it. This one single line of concept will help you a lot. Okay, so first we need to relate ourselves to some person, to a relatable case, to understand how we can maintain our work life balance. Let's read it. Sanaya was having constant issues for maintaining her personal relationships and work simultaneously. She wasn't able to give time to her relationships with her friends, her partner, and her work equally, even after setting her priorities. She wanted to manage all of the things. She tried many techniques, but if she even tried to manage everything, this could disturb her own mental peace and she ends up taking distress always. She was very eager to find answers to manage all of the things, but again disappointed for not receiving appropriate answers. ठीक है. So there was a person, Sanaya. She was having troubles in maintaining her work-life balance. She wanted to set priorities for each of her work, and she wanted to give time to each of her work and personal relationships also. She tried all the techniques, same just like we are discussing these similar things, but she wasn't able to do it. Then why she wasn't able to do it? Any guesses? Any rough guesses? I'm waiting. Why Sanaya wasn't able to manage her work life balance? Where she was going wrong? Did she evaluate something wrong, or was she asking something too much? What is your opinion about it? If you do not know the answer, at least tell me what is your opinion about it. Okay, I think she was trying to deal with it all at once. Nice. Smart answer. It can be a cause of it, right? It can be a cause of it. But why she wasn't able to manage it? Because she was expecting a lot. She was doing all the things correctly. And now you will say, what is this? Can't we expect to manage all of our things at the same times? I think she had a lot on her plate. Right, right, right. You are getting there. Okay, I'm very right. You are getting there. So, what we need to understand here, you have heard this that everyone cannot be perfect and anyone is not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Pros and cons. Being alone is a wonderful opportunity. Only you can handle cons if she is trying to impress or make them for everyone. Good only, but no one. Okay, that's also close answer. Don't take a burden on hand. Expectation was high. Right. So everyone, anyone, nobody can be perfect. Okay. So she had a lot of on her plate. That's also correct. But we do not, we agree with this that we all have a lot on our plate. We all deal with this, right? We all have expectations with this. Then what Sanaya did wrong? She also expected this. But we need to understand here, we need to understand that there are not many things which we can handle simultaneously. We have two hands, we have one body, we cannot be present anywhere else also. If I am here, my mind is somewhere else, then I am not able to concentrate on my single work. Like this, I am not a perfect human, right? So there is a similar concept that psychology says. What does it says? That here's the diagram: work-life integration. If we have home and family, we all have that. Community, we live in a community. Health and well-being, we have health and well-being to take care of. Career, and there can be one column also personal relationships, right? So can you see that these circles are overlapping with each other? These all the circles are overlapping. There is not a single circle which is segregated. What overlapping means here? Overlapping means that these all things will collapse. Okay, these all things will continue to get in touch with each other, right? So sometimes if we are handling one thing, we are not able to handle another thing. Or if we are handling two or three things, maybe the fourth one will automatically get it wrong. You can apply this on yourselves also. Take one situation in your mind, take any one situation in your mind, and then you can think of the situation. If you are trying to be present at everywhere, okay, or if you are trying to manage every situation, can you manage more than three situations? Is anyone from you all, you all are sitting here, anyone from you all can manage more than three situations at a single time? You have a class to take, or you have your children or your parents to take care of. Okay, you have your work to take care of, you have your friends to take care of, then you have your work to take care of. Think of all these things and reply me in yes or no, that can you manage your all of the three things, any three things from all of this at the same time? Not really. Distribution of responsibility, yes. We can think of distribution of responsibility, but here Sanaya was also trying to distribute her responsibility. She was trying to prioritize everything equally, right? Her work equally, her personal relationships equally, her friends' relationships equally. She had three things at the same time. But even then, distribution of responsibility doesn't work. Mutual understanding, balancing. We are trying to balance, we all are trying to balance, but even then, we cannot manage more than three things. Having character, etiquettes, common sense, maturity. ठीक है. Okay, fine. Thank you for your answers. So now you can get a glimpse of that we cannot manage everything at once. So we cannot expect ourselves to manage everything. ठीक है. So that was my motive of asking. Now, acha, ठीक है. This is a simple technique, but before this, can we watch a video? Do you want to watch a video? How to protect ourselves from stress, how to protect our body from stress. There is not much time left, so let's skip the video. Okay, let's skip the video and let's do some activity. So the remaining session is of only 10 minutes. It will not take more than 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes only. Okay, so let's skip the video because the video is of 10 minutes. So again, our session will stretch out to 4:20. If we have remaining time and if you guys are interested, then I'm free today. We can watch a video. Okay, and or I can share the link in chat box. Before going, I'll share the link in chat box. You all can watch a video. Okay, by yourselves, but must watch it. That is a very helpful video. Okay, so let's start this activity. Now, whatever you are doing, be free, focus on this, and sit in a comfortable position first. Very relaxed position, comfortable position. There is no one around you. Think of something that there is no one around you. And we are doing this activity for letting go of the stress that we were just talking about before, how to let go of our stress. So you have to think of a stressful situation first. Bring out a one stressful situation which you have to let go. You must be very exhausted from that stressful situation, and only that situation you have to bring it out, not anything else. Okay? Do not focus on any lesser major stressful situations. The major stressful situations which you have to let go. I'm waiting. You can think. You can take your time. I'm waiting. There is no hurry. If you have your stressful situation, just comment in the chat box so I would know that you have your situation in your mind. Then we can start, because then you have to visualize it. You do not have to stay away from stress balloon. But nice idea. Staying away will lead to avoiding the stress, and we are not here to avoid the stress, like we discussed little before. Have you all thought of your stressful situation which you have to let go? Are you all ready? Please give me a thumbs up. Do not make this. Yeah, thank you. Okay, can we start? Try to wind up soon. Okay. Okay, fine. So let's start. Now what you have to do, you have to bring your stressful situation in some boundaries. Okay? Think of some boundary. You can close your eyes. Think of some boundary. You have to think that you have your stressful situation inside a balloon, small balloon. Okay? And now, slowly, you are filling up the air in that balloon. From your mouth also, or from anything, you can filling up that balloon. The balloon is getting filled. Slowly, you have to visualize this. Your stress is inside the balloon. Your stress is all packed up. Now, make the appropriate size of that balloon. That think the balloon is all filled up. The balloon is filled with your stress. You can make any size of that balloon. If your stress is less, so the size of the balloon will be short, but the size of the balloon is getting increasing by your stress. You are too much stressed right now that your size of the balloon is getting increases. Your size is continuously getting increasing of the balloon. think of it. And now think of a sky, think of a clear blue sky, and you are holding the thread of the balloon. It's all filled up. You are going there in the sky. Your stress balloon is almost filled up, and you are going there. Now, you have to let go of that balloon. You're stress in that balloon, and now you have to let go that balloon in the above sky. Slowly, slowly, whenever you are ready, whenever you think you can leave the thread of that balloon, you have to leave that balloon. You are seeing the balloon, that the balloon is going far away from you. The balloon is getting far away, slowly, slowly, gradually. The size of the bigger balloon is getting decreased as it is going far from you. It's going in the sky and it's far away from you. Gradually, and now the balloon is too much far that the size is almost decreased. You are just seeing a pinch of balloon, and then there will be no balloon in the sky. Now, whenever you are ready, you will think that I have already let go of that situation, let go of that stressful situation, and I am no longer carrying that burden inside me. Whenever you are ready, you can open up your eyes and you can be at comfortable position again. You can drink a water, sip of two of water, whatever you like, and that was it. How are you all? Thank you. Chalo, now we are going to do second activity. Well, this activity you can do it anywhere, and just remember the one thing that you have to focus on present, not in the future. And this is a temporary activity. This will not help you for a longer period of time. And this does not mean that you have let go of the stressful situation for a longer period of time. Okay, this is for temporary period only. If you have any questions, then we can wind this up and we can leave this. I'll tell you how to do this and then you can ask your questions. Okay. So first I'm explaining this. If you have questions, then you can drop in the chat box. This is a technique 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as the name suggests. This technique is known as grounding technique. Basically what you have to do, this technique you can do this to bring back your consciousness in the present moment, right? Whenever you are feeling low, whenever you are feeling anxious, stressed, you can do this in any crowd, whenever, wherever you are standing, doesn't matter. If you are driving, doesn't matter. You can do this anywhere. This will also avoid your overthinking. Okay. What is this technique? 5 things which you can see. Okay. For example, I can see my screen, I can see the cup, I can see my water bottle, okay, I can see my wall, and I can see my study table. 5 things which you can see. Then 4 things which you can touch. I can touch my chair, I can touch my study table, I can touch my laptop, I can touch my water bottle. Okay, 4 things. Then 3 things which we can hear. Okay, 3 things which we can hear. I can hear the voice of my fan. I can hear the sound of my air conditioner. Okay, I can hear the sound of a traffic. that is coming from the outside. Okay, anything, any three things which you can hear. Then second, two things which you can smell. I can smell my t-shirt. I can smell the wind. Okay, the wind is pleasant. I can smell the I can smell food that is cooking up in my kitchen. Okay, then in the last, one thing which you can feel. Now I can feel that I am neutral right now. I can feel that I am happy. I can feel that my mood is lift up. So there are many things which we can feel, but make sure that whatever you will feel, this will be in positive emotions only. If you will do this on yourself, then you will realize this, that your emotion will be positive only, because we have done this 5 4 3 2 1. So now you have to focus on your consciousness. You can do this anywhere. Please try this. Right now we have less time, Nito, we would have done this for sure. Okay, that's it. That's it. So if you have any questions, you can ask me now. My part is done. You can ask me anything.
What a wonderful knowledge given by you, ma'am. I hope our audience learned many new things from this session. Once again, I would like to thank you for joining us and sharing your experience, precious time, and knowledge with us.
Thank
Uh,
you.
There were two questions in the beginning of the round. First was how to get rid of emotional attachments.
Okay, how to get rid of emotional attachments. You can use emotion focused coping mechanism for it. Okay. Attaching from a person is not a solution. We get attached to a person, but we have to realize that you have seen twins when they are born, they're attached by a cord. Okay. When the twins born, they are attached by a cord, and doctors uses a tool to detach them. Okay. So if you are attaching with a person, that won't help you. You cannot attach with a person biologically, just like that you cannot attach with a person emotionally also. How to get rid of it? You have to realize that you cannot do it. Suppose if I am attached to a person, if you are getting in some gadda, okay, there is a hole, and the other person which from whom you are attached, the other person is getting in that hole. So you will also get in that hole. If the other person will be sad, I will be also sad. Okay. So if I'm not attached with that person, and if that person will be in that hole, so I will pull him or her up from that hole. If he or she will be sad, then I will be there to lift her or his mood up. Okay. So you have to detach yourself from that person. Basically
Okay,
detachment will play a role. Okay. Yes.
thank you. There is one more question. How can setting boundaries help in time managing stress?
Boundaries will help you a lot. For example, you cannot have multiple or dual relationships. For example, if you are managing your, for example, if I have my co-worker who is my partner also, I have my co-worker who is my partner. So I have to maintain my professional relationship within the office with that person, and I have to maintain my relationship at home differently with that person. ठीक है. You have seen a lot of movies in which there are two people who are married also, and they're working at the same place at the same position. So they will have the issues like of the same post. How can you be promoted if I am not getting promoted? ठीक है. So if you will make up your boundaries, that issue won't come up. ठीक है. So that's how boundaries will help us to make the professional relationships and our personal relationships aside. And in the home, it will also help you a lot. You will not talk about your professional relationships at home. So there are a lot of benefits to setting your priorities and boundaries. ठीक है.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering these questions. Now I would
Thank you.
request kindly open their cameras for a snapshot. Once again, I would request everyone please open their cameras for a selfie. Thank you all again for attending today's webinar. And if you have any additional question, you can contact us by mail or telephone. We are happy to provide additional support to you. Feedback link is being already added in the chat box. Fill the form within 6 hours. Thank you so much for cooperating. Stay connected for us for new learning. I, P. Rasar, your host for today. Signing off. Have a wonderful day. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, ma'am.
Acha, Peer, can you stay for 2 minutes?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Peer, can you share me the recording of this session and also the feedback form, like whatever the feedback will be?
Okay, ma'am. I will ask ma'am. She'll do this.
Thank you. Actually, the last time I also requested for it. I requested for only the forms, but I did not get it. So I need to get the responses. I have to handle things according to that only. So I will need to work upon my things also. That's why I need the recording and forms. Please do send me.
Okay. Well, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you.